Hey, happy Thursday. It's still the new year. Happy New Year. I'm still thinking about it being the new year. And so super excited to be here with you today. I have some Valentine's oriented projects. I'm already thinking about Valentine's Day and just love it. It's one of my favorite things to celebrate, love. How can you argue with that, right? So I got some announcements, of course, just a few. I'm going to try to keep that part brief. Hi, Pam. Welcome. And then a bunch of demonstrations, and I'm so excited. I've been like furiously working on them this afternoon and last night and just wanting to do something really fun. Hi, Amy. Welcome. So I'm just going to go ahead and dive right in. So just a little bit, New Year's, right? It's like I talked about New Year's last week, but in my mind, you know, New Year's is kind of still happening. Transitioning into the new year. My younger daughter went back to college on Monday, so big change for her and for us, and you know, and I with sort of more focus on my business now because now it's just me and my husband, empty nesters in the house. So I'm just focusing more on getting the new year started and planning for the year. So I thought, you know, it makes me always reflect on things at the new year, and so I've been doing that and thinking about kind of why I do what I do, why I craft and why I like to share it and why I blog, and it's really a lot of work, but I just love it. And so I wanted to talk just for a second about sort of my great big why. When I think about the new year being here, you think about the past, you think about the now, and then you think about the future, and that's sort of a natural sort of progression. And I think crafting for me it's like a way of sort of almost forcing myself to be in the present, because when you're crafting, that's all you can think about, and it's just a great treat. And I love the creativity, and I love sharing it with other people, and just gives me a real kick. And on my website, I talk a little bit about creative bliss and helping people find their creative bliss. And that doesn't happen every single time I craft, but when it does, it's just so fun and exciting. And I just get such a kick out of the idea of sharing that with other people. So that's a little bit about kind of being in the present and being in the now. And this is my business, and I am trying to grow it. And hi, Cindy, welcome. And I'm trying to grow it not because I think I'm going to become a multi-million-dollar, you know, I'm going to make lots of money or anything like that, but because I truly love the craft and I love sharing it, and I love the enthusiasm that I get from my community of people who also like to share it with me. So that being said, you know, the more I build my business, the more I get to share this awesome, amazing thing, and projects and techniques and everything. So I'm going to ask a favor of you guys today, and that is to help me share. So I have a little prize that I'm going to give away if we get to 25 people viewing during my Facebook Live. So the number keeps changing. I'm seeing it on the screen. It went from 4 to 5 to 6, and now it's back to 4. So people checking in, maybe they're busy in their lives. Of course they are. So I'm hoping that you guys will click the share button while you're watching this video. Yay, Cindy shared. And just kind of get the word out there, get it spread out, you know, let people know. So I'm going to show you the little prize that I have is this little pack right here. It's got 2 rolls of ribbon in it. Sort of a pinkish and a grayish. I figured that goes with the Valentine's, and then a pack of rhinestones in there. And then it's wrapped up with this lovely ribbon that's part of the, what is it called? All My Love product suite, which is in the Occasions catalog. And that's what I'm featuring today, too, in the projects that I'm making. So you get a little taste of each of those ribbons, too, if you get this gift. So that's what we're working towards, and I'm going to try to remember to put it up on the screen and say that again, so when people, new people join, they'll know we're giving away a prize, and I want them to share, share, share. I want you guys to share too. So All right, so just a couple of quick updates. You guys probably already know it's celebration time. It's the biggest promotion of the Stampin' Up! Year, and it started January 3rd, and for every $50 in merchandise you purchase, you get a free thing, and that's just so awesome, and there's no limit to how many free things you can get. So, yay, I see hearts and thumbs up. Do more, do more. I love the hearts and thumbs up. So you get a free thing, and that's really awesome. And when you host a party, whether you buy it all yourself or you share with others and host a party, when the party gets to $250, Stampin' Up's giving an extra $25 in product when the party gets to $250. So that means a minimum of $50 in free product if you host a party that gets to $250, and you get more benefits. It's percentage based. The higher the sale. So for every dollar extra spent, you get more in hostess benefits. So that's really awesome. And then the third thing, for people who buy the starter kit, it's the most amazing starter kit deal maybe that I have ever seen. The starter kit is $99, and you get $175 of product. That's like almost a 50% discount. That's pretty amazing. So normally you spend $99 for the starter kit and you get $126 of product, but now it's $175. So that's really huge. And then there's a second option as well, and I think I shared this last week. There's something called the Craft and Carry Tote. It's this awesome, amazing craft tote, and I always seem to have to go run and get it, but I'm just going to do it because I have to. I'm back. Okay, so the second option for the starter kit special is you spend $129, you get $175 in product, same thing, but then you also get this wonderful craft tote for if you take your crafting on the go. I really should have some things in here, shouldn't I? I will be putting things in there soon because I'm going to the North Carolina Demonstrators event later this month, and that's going to be so much fun. Hi, Monica, welcome. So each time I see somebody who comments or it seems like they're new, I'm doing a little giveaway today, and the requirement is that we get to 25 people watching my Facebook Live all at the same time. Yes, I am kind of building up my followers on my Facebook Live. So it has rhinestones in it, 2 rolls of ribbon, and then some of the coordinating ribbon from the All My Love suite in the Occasions catalog. Okay, so back to my focus again. So we were talking about the benefits of Celebration. So $50 for, you spend $50 in merchandise and get a free thing for every increment of $50 you spend. Extra hostess rewards when your party gets to $250, and the starter kit special, $175 of product for $99 or $129 if you get the craft tote also. And the craft tote is valued at $50, by the way. So, and just excuse me if every once in a while I say, go ahead, share, share, share. So watching the Facebook Live, there's a little share button somewhere in there. Hopefully you can find it. Just click share and share it with your community, because crafting is the most amazing thing. We love paper crafting, don't we? Everybody give me thumbs up and hearts, okay? I know there's a delay. Hearts, thumbs up. We love crafting, so we want to share it. We want to share it with more people, so I'm asking you guys to share it by sharing my Facebook Live. So I have some great, very fun projects for you today, focused on Valentine's, and they feature the All My Love product suite in the Occasions catalog. Yay, Pam, you did a heart. I recognize your little emoji. So I'm going to turn the camera down, and as I mentioned last week, I got a new apparatus coming, but it hasn't arrived yet, so it might be a little bit noisy when I turn. Hopefully next week I'll get that new device, that new mechanism set up, so that it's a little bit more elegant when I switch to the looking at my hands mode. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to first face the camera out towards the windows. So it's a little bit glary and sunny, so the shades are down, and then I'm going to put the camera facing down. So here we go. Okay, so a little bit of my forest, and here comes the noise. So this is just to say, you can do Facebook Lives and you don't have to be an expert. You don't have to have fancy equipment, because guess what? I don't. Okay, let's see if I can make this go the right way. Okay, we all there? Okay, I am trying to actually at the same time watch me, see me on my feed, on my laptop in front of me, just to make sure I'm still showing up, and I can try to see your comments too. Okay. You had to go talk to the Girl Scout. Of course you did, Amy. Gotta get some cookies, right? Okay, so you didn't miss much. I was just talking about Celebration and all the benefits and perks that you can get from during Celebration. And I'm still looking for me live. I trust I'm still on there live for some reason. I'm not seeing me, but hopefully I'm still there. Okay, it's good if I can, there I am again. Okay, sorry for the little sidetrack there. Okay, so how does my light look? You guys can see okay, I think. Okay. All right, so again, let's see. So I wanted to start with sort of a simple little card, and it's a sort of an alternative fold. So I've taken this piece of cardstock that's 4 1/4 by 11 and just scored it at 1 1/2 and 5 1/2, and I'll have the dimensions on my website too in case you miss it. And then I have an inside piece that's 3 3/4 by 5 1/8, and I've just put a little bit of narrow tear and tape right here on the edge. The scoring, I just said the scoring, okay? And then we just fold it over, and I've rounded the corners, and there are two products that Stampin' Up! Sells that round corners. So there's this punch, and I should really have it labeled because I don't remember what the name of it is called. It's like the trio something. And if you haven't seen this, it's in with the punches in the catalog. We have this, and then we also have the envelope punch board. So I'm going to start just by rounding the corners of this. And you just want to make sure your corner is tucked in there nice, nice and neatly. And then eventually when this is done, this is going to go right in here. So I'm using a little bit of the designer paper. So this designer paper pack is mostly sort of florals. I have shared a couple projects with it already. But there are a few papers in there with hearts. And the hearts are really fun. In fact, in the stamp set that coordinates right here, this was one of the images that I loved in there, is that little bunch of hearts. And I've actually barely used it. I've experimented with it a little, but I haven't managed to put it on a project. So anyway, I'm using the hearts on the papers. So I'm just putting some adhesive back there. See, that's really pretty, as flowers. And then just going to put that here on the front. And then I have taken some of my ribbon, and 2 of these ribbons, let's see, no, not 2. I have 3 ribbons here. One is part of the suite, this one, which is in the lovely lipstick, and then this polka dot ribbon is in the catalog as well as the twine. And I wanted to use all 3 because I wanted to try to get all those colors in there and those patterns. So I've taken my piece that I need, and I've put a little binder clip on the end so that it stays together and it's a little bit easier to tie around. So here's my plan, is I'm going to tie this around the flap here. Now I should really adhere it first. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. Open that up, take off the backings to my tear and tape, which I've already put on there. Darn. And then take that out and close it on up. And then I think I want to put some dimensionals under there. So where are my dimensionals? Okay. So definitely comment if you shared. That would be awesome. Okay, so I stamped the underside of this. You see that? Aren't those pretty, all the hearts? I decided I didn't want to use it, but so I turned it inside out on itself. But I think I'm going to put dimensionals on the back side of this flap, just so that you can see it a little bit better. And I don't really need too many. Just want to make sure it stands up a little. So this is intended to be like a card, you know, just a card. You could also insert a gift card in it. I did something like this and smaller over the holidays. And so I'm going to actually tie this. You can see this actually gives me something nice to hold on to. And it also, like I said, it holds those 3 ribbons together. Otherwise, it's kind of hard, it's kind of tricky to tie a knot or a bow when you've got all these layers of ribbon. So I really want that black to lay over. Okay. How are we doing, everybody? Has anybody else started thinking about Valentine's Day? And what do people think of this product suite, the All My Love product suite? Anybody out there? This is the part where it's like I'm looking down. I kind of feel like, really, is anybody out there? Or am I just sitting here by myself? Okay, I'm going to look up and I just want to see comments and hearts and... Okay, now this is the hard part, right? I didn't anticipate this part. Getting the binder clip. So I'm trying to hold my little tie down. See how well this worked. I have never really done this before. Just my little idea for this project. Okay, I think it worked pretty well. Not too bad. Okay, so now I can also hold on to it with those binder clips. I love binder clips. Does anybody else love binder clips? Office supplies in general. Can I show you my binder clips? I use binder clips all the time. Look at all my binder clips. I use them for all kinds of things. I hold little scraps of paper together, like when I'm doing a project and I have lots of the same size of scrap left over. I will attach those all together and it just makes it easier to use them later, and then they don't make a big mess in my where I keep my scraps. Okay, so there we go. And now I'm just going to trim off the edge here. I usually go the other way, but this way is good too. Okay, I think I'm good there. So now this will just go inside. Of course, you don't need to see that. And I tried to size this white piece so that it would slip in, but look, it looks a little tight. I might have to make it a little narrower. Yeah, that's a little too hard to go in and out. But it looks really cute, doesn't it? I did use that really narrow tear tape. Isn't that adorable? I think it's so cute. I think I have to trim this off a little bit. Okay, so I got one more little thing because I want a little sentiment on there. And I've created a few little tags. So this one I stamped with the memento, with the sentiment from the set. And then these little itty bitty hearts are also in this set right there. I love that image. I've been using it a lot. And I'm just gonna attach it to a little black scallop. This is the 1 3/8 inch black scallop circle. There's another one that's, I can't remember if it's bigger or smaller, but we have another one that coordinates with it in layers. Put some dimensionals on the back side of this, and actually, okay, I had a plan for this. So what I thought I would do with this is actually attach it with some baker's twine. So I've already punched a hole. I used my 1/8 inch circle punch, my 1/8 inch handheld punch to punch a hole. And I'm going to do that first. So I've already wound it through. And then I'm going to attach my sentiment piece right to it. So I don't know about you guys, but I got on this kind of cleaning and organizing jag. It was actually yesterday. I had some people come and clean my house, which is such a great treat and gift when somebody cleans your house for you. And so it got me working on cleaning up my space. So I actually cleaned up my desk. Like, I wanted to even show you guys because it just made me feel so good. Does anybody else like it when their space is organized? Does it make them feel good? Okay, let's see. Comments. Let's see. I see a comment. Oh, this is adorable. I'm so glad you like it, Cindy. Okay, so I see you're thinking about Valentine's, so you can do it for your group because other people love it too. But how can you not like love, right? Anyway, okay, so I've made my little tag. I wound this through first, and now what I'm going to do is make a little tie at the end. I might need to adjust that later. And then what I'm going to do is go underneath and then just wind it through. that's one way I can do it. And then I can bring that up, and I can even tie it closer if I want. And then what's another way I could do it? Yeah, that might be the best way to do it. I don't know. Or I could actually just not have the ribbon on there and just kind of attach it right there. But let's do it this way, because that's what I have. Okay, can't get it through now. Okay, but it definitely needs to be, you know, pulled up a little bit and maybe coming through that way. Oh, that's much better. Okay, so then I can tie that a little bit closer. And there's my little fun Valentine's treat. Okay, so then I had this idea that this could be something else, and I have actually made it. I'm going to tuck that in. Okay. Fiddle, fiddle, that's what I do. Fiddle. Anyway, I think it's kind of cute. So then I had this idea that this could also hold some candy in this pouch. It doesn't necessarily just have to be a card. Like I said, it could be a gift card holder. I'm going to stop trying to take that in and out. But it could also hold some candy. So I came up with another little option or design. I'm going to use this tag in just a little bit. And I pulled out some of my other designer paper. I thought, well, this, if I resized it a little bit, made it so you can see it's a little bit taller here, so my scoring dimensions are different. So you see right there, so my flap is smaller, but I have a larger spot right there. So then I could get a little candy bar in there, and that would look pretty cute. So I pulled in another piece of the designer paper. So I'm going to go ahead and attach this. I'm going to do some of my corner rounding. And who doesn't like a Hershey's chocolate bar? I love chocolate. Does anybody else love chocolate? Okay, I have to look at how many people are actually on, and I can't see it unless I look at my phone. Okay, so there's 6. Okay, more sharing, people. Please, please. Okay, we're going to do this one now. Now this one's going to actually, I was thinking this would actually just stay inside and not get pulled up because, you know, the main thing is the candy, right? So that's how I'm going to do this one. Give it a nice little edge on all sides. And then this one I'm going to attach a little bit differently, so I don't need to worry about the side pieces. So now I've also given it a little bit of some width, some depth, something like that, down at the bottom. So for my scoring, I left some space so that it could fit the chocolate bar inside. And then I think I'm going to do my dimensionals again on my flap. So I have 2 other quick projects after these, and I hope you're going to like them and want to stick around for them because they're super cute and should be pretty quick to show. Okay, so now I'm going to use my 1/8 inch punch and just do a little hole punch on each corner. I'm going through a lot of layers. It's kind of thick. Okay. Okay, and now I'm going to use some of the, where is it? Oh, here it is. Some of this lovely black cording. It's actually a little bit stretchy, kind of, a little bit sort of, not actually elastic, but, and I'm just going to tie, thread it through. This is the hard part. This is my challenge of the day, getting it to thread through. And then just tie it. So, I'll show you on another project I used this as well, and what I found was if I tied it right over left and left over right the way I usually do, it wouldn't stay because this is sort of, I don't know, slippery ribbon, I guess. It's not like regular fabric ribbon. So this one I did left over left, I think, or right over right, I can't remember which I just did. Maybe you guys can tell me since you were watching. Okay, so I'm just going to trim that off kind of close. Then I'm going to do another one on the other side. So I have brought some black into this with my the words that I'm going to use. So I just liked that contrast between the black and the pink. Now, I've never been much of a pink girl, but you know, it is Valentine's Day, so, and I do love this paper. Okay, yes. Amy, you love chocolate. So every once in a while I look up and I actually can see somebody's comments. Only milk chocolate. I like milk chocolate and dark chocolate. I don't discriminate. But dark chocolate is at least sort of healthy for you. You guys know that? Okay, so there's my cute little black elements there on the edge. And I could have used either of these ribbons. This one is super thin, but I thought it would sort of blend in and not show up enough. And then this one, I was afraid it would be really hard to weave through because it's big. But of course we used it on this project, so, you know, we gave it some love too. All right, so what's next? So of course my chocolate bar goes in, and then I have a plan for a little sentiment on the front. So I've stamped that with the Memento Black, and I'm gonna put some layers in behind. So I've taken my pretty label punch, and just off of a strip of cardstock, I've got my black one right here, I trimmed off 2 pieces, you know, like half on one end and half on another. So you don't even actually need to do a full size piece of black. It's actually more than half and more than half. But it's nice to use scraps this way to trim off a little bit instead of a full piece. And then you have a little bit more room to play with it. So the reason why I'm talking about this is because I'm going to back my little sentiment. And the sentiment I actually stamped with the two colors that are in, 2 of the colors that are in this designer paper. The Lovely Lipstick and the, what is it called? Oh, dang, it's not coming to me. Flirty Flamingo, there we go. So I think I'm going to go with my black backings, and the important thing with this is it's not going to cover it's not going to get all the way to the edge, so it's almost like you're hiding the edge just by doing, you do just the littlest edge on the top. I'm supposed to be turning it this way because that's where the adhesive is. Hello. Okay. And it's hard to see the black against the black. Okay. So there we go. It's kind of hidden in behind. So it's just the smallest little edge. And then at this point, on these points, it sort of disappears. And that's actually what I want. I'm going to put my adhesive on this side now. It'll be easier. And then do the same thing over here. And I've got to hold it so that I don't have something black in behind, making it hard to see. Can you guys see? Okay, so there we go. So there's my backed sentiment. Ah, you like perfectly dark with nuts. I actually, nuts and chews, that's like my favorite thing. Dark with nuts. Okay. All right, so there's my little sentiment piece. And I'm going to go ahead and just, I don't know, I think I need to attach it down there. Or maybe there. Yeah, maybe there. And I think I will put some dimensionals in behind. I got to make sure it stands up well. So I've got lots of pieces on here. So did anybody comment on New Year's thoughts, organizing and cleaning your space, or new things you're trying to get done this year? It's pretty cute. I love the designer paper. Well, I hope you like those guys. Okay, so now on to the next project. All right, so this next one I'll bring those back in at the end. I have my little garbage pail here. Need that more handy. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a cool little pouch with this designer paper. So maybe you guys have seen this, but it's the easiest thing to do. All you need is a square of cardstock or designer paper, anything you wish, and this is going to come together so fast. So I'm just going to fold it point to point. Now this piece right here is 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. I had a piece that was 8 1/4 width because I had cut a scrap off of it, a piece off of it for some other project. I thought, well, I'll just make it square and use the whole width. But a lot of times I'll do, instead, I'll do 6 by 6 just because it's a really efficient way to use designer paper. So next I'm going to pull in my sides. Comment if you've seen this before. And actually, I think I need to go the other way. So when you do this, right, you want to think about what's going to show on the outside. No, that's not what I want. I'm getting myself so confused. Oh yeah, maybe that is what I want. It is what I want. Okay, I've done this a bunch of times, but really, I still can't remember what I'm doing. Okay, you'll get the point when I get this done. So now I'm just bringing my points over, and I like them to not be totally to the edge because I want to be able to cover this up when I do the next step. So before I do the next step, I'm just going to make sure I got the size right. It looks sort of like a, I don't know, is it like a takeout box? I'm just going to flip that over. So this is why I wanted to switch the sides, because I want to see more of that inside, and what you have on the inside is really what shows. So then I'm going to use my bone folder, get those boned, and there we go. Is that just the cutest thing ever? You can make these in all kinds of sizes. Yes, you've seen it before, of course. And you know, you can size these based upon what you have to put inside, or you want to give a lot of chocolate or a little bit of chocolate. I just love this designer paper. I love how that turned out. So I'm going to show you one that I actually finished, or is close to being finished. I did this one with, it's the designer paper that's in the annual catalog. The name, I can't remember it, but I did this little tag, "You're so sweet, you're sweet." And I did one with the designer paper that's in the Occasions catalog, the same set of paper. You can see the hearts in behind, and I've just tied around some of this ribbon here, and I thought I would use the tag, let's see, this one. Okay, I guess I used it on my card, didn't I? So I'm just going to stamp another one, and these other babies. So you can see like the finished product. So if you're not aware, the Memento is especially good with the photopolymer because it won't stain the photopolymer. It's also great with the Blends alcohol markers. It's in fact what you have to use with the Blends alcohol markers. The StazOn will not work. And so now I'm just going to stamp my little hearts around the outside edges. And I'm getting ink on my surface there, so hopefully I'm not going to get that on something else. Being lazy, not bringing in another piece of paper. Okay, I just stamped off camera. Because I have paper off camera. Okay, there's my little cute little tag. And while I'm here, I'm actually going to create another tag for, let's see. Actually, I guess I don't really need to. So I did this other tag, and this was actually going to go, I guess I was going to put this one on here. Okay, well, whatever. You get the idea. So I popped this up onto the black. That's how I did the little element for this. And then I thought, well, I could use this one for here, and it could dangle down. I thought that was super cute. Or I could tie this around and have it be the tag for this one, which I think also is really super cute. Which you guys like better. Comment and let me know. So this is really super easy. This is actually a scrap. I like to keep these tiny little thin scraps, especially for very small sentiments like this. This Happy Valentine's Day is in this stamp set. Happy Valentine's Day. We're up to 7 viewers. Oh, no, now it just went down to 6. Come on, people. No. All right, that's okay. It is what it is. All right, so I wanted to just tell you that I did do this by hand. So after I did the stamping, I just did my little trick with the cutting in at the end and creating my little banner. And then on the tip, I just snipped off a little bit. And it's so small that you couldn't tell if it was at all off. And that's pretty cool. All right, so I'll put that on later. I think I might like this little dangly Happy Valentine's Day. But the other one's a good option too. So in this case, what I would do is do the trick that I did before. Well, let's see if I can do it. It's actually, this piece is a little bit small, so it might be a little harder. But let's see. So I'm just gonna go around the whole thing, coming under the ribbon that's already tied. And then because this tag is so itty bitty and thin, I can just really easily slip it into the opening. And then there we go. I got my cute little tag there with some chocolate to give to somebody. Yay! I'm happy with myself. That's a good thing, right? This is all about happy, about making people happy, helping people to be happy, sharing things and making people feel loved. Am I right? I'm right. I know I am. And nobody can tell me I'm not because I can't hear you telling me that I'm not. You like the dangly one. Oh, good. I like it too. I think it's kind of small and demure, like the size of the little candy pouch. Okay, I got one other thing. Speaking of small and demure, and I think this is the most adorable thing. So I've got this cute little candy holder. It sort of looks like a purse, also with this same designer paper. And I've got a Hershey's nugget on the inside. So just some quick little tips on how I made this, just for fun. So I have some that I've cut and prepared to make a bunch with different colors, right? So I've got this one, and do I have other ones? I think I did a few of a bunch, you know, so I could just see and show you guys how they would look different. So obviously I want a sentiment on there, just like I have on this one. Colors that coordinate with this. I've used this lovely polka dot ribbon for the purse handle, if you will, on that. The black cord on this one. So this is how they come together. So I've just got this piece here and the dimensions. I'm trying to remember. Let's see. It'll be on the site, but it was 2 1/4 by 5 1/4, and then there it's scored at, what did I have? Well, I can't see over there, but I'll put it on my website, I promise. So you just score it on the lines, right? It folds up like this. And then I'm going to put my designer paper right there on the top. And once it's attached, actually before it's attached, I'm sorry, you just hold it right in there. You'll take your punch and punch like a half hole. You're not punching a whole hole. Because you just want a little opening to get your ribbon through. Okay, so you can see it ends up with if you do a half hole, it ends up with full holes, you know, because you're cutting half on one side of the fold and half on the other. And then I'm going to take a piece of my, this ribbon. Now, these two ribbons come as a pair, so it's a combination pack of ribbon. So that's kind of nice. You get a little bit of both, and they coordinate and go with the designer papers especially. So I'm going to start on the inside. When you cut your ribbon, it's nice if it's at an angle, because then you got a point to stick it through the hole. And then stick it through the other hole. This is probably the most challenging thing of it all. This piece of ribbon measures 8 inches, and I'm just going to tie it
Now I've sized it so that, well, you'll see. Just going to tie a knot. So now, okay, I did right over left. So this is where I also found that if I did right over left, left over right, which is what I usually do, to make my tails point in the same direction, I have to do right over right, right over right. Otherwise, the tie comes undone because it's under some tension. So, and you could always make it longer than 8 inches if you want to have a little bit more latitude to play. But that worked for me. So you can see I just tied a tie. And that's going to be what sits on the inside, just like that. So I might trim off those little edges, those little ends, just so that it's less in the way. And then I'm going to put this one actually together. So for this one, I'm going to use some Terran tape because I want it to be kind of strong. I don't think the snail is necessarily strong enough for a 3D type thing. It's not under a lot of tension, but it is a little bit. And then when I put this together, I'm taking this top piece and just kind of tucking it so that it pushes the ribbon down. The ribbon doesn't get in the way. Using my fingers on either side. Squishing that together, and there we go. Got my cute little purse. Okay, so now I'm just going to take my designer paper and put it on there. I could actually put it on the back side if I wanted to, but I'm choosing to do it on the front, but because it looks sort of like a purse. I don't know. And then you can see this one looks also really cute. So then, of course, all I need is to put a sentiment on the front, and then I'm good to go. You know, pick something that sort of coordinates color-wise. And for each one, of course, I've used a little bit of a different ribbon to make it go with it well. And this would be a pretty quick and easy thing to show. So I do want to show you one other little trick. So if you were making a bunch of these, this is what I would do and have done. I'm taking a piece of cardstock that measures 5 1/4 by 8 1/2 because I need the length that's 5 1/4, right? And then I've scored it to coincide, right? So I've done all the score lines, and actually there's my score lines. I know I had them written down so it'd be easy for you guys to see. And then I will cut strips off that are whatever that width was, which I think was 2 1/4. And I might have some left over at the end, but I've just made the scoring part go a lot faster because I've done all the scoring for probably 3 at the same time. So that's my little nifty trick and tip. So I think that's pretty much all that I wanted to show you in the way of projects, as again, I will have all of these projects and dimensions and stuff on my website, and that way you can recreate them if you want. And you know, Valentine's Day is going to come before we know it, and you know, I'm sorry I can't give this away because we only got to like 7 or 8. But what else? Now I feel bad. I want to give something away. Anyway, tell your friends, have them come to my next Facebook Live. We'll work up to it. I have confidence. Happy New Year. All right, so because my little, let's see, I think I will try to turn the camera. It's going to be a little bit noisy, but again, we're back up to 7. Yay. Hello, whoever just joined. Okay, so I'm going to face the camera. Let's see, if I face it's going to go up to the ceiling, which is weird. Okay, so I'm just going to turn the camera. Wait, no, I have to sit anyway. Okay, there we go. Okay, you get to see my chest. Okay, that's so weird. Okay, well, I'm going to be very happy when I have a better arrangement with my camera. But for the time being, you know, making it work. That's what we do. So just a couple, again, quick reminders. It's celebration time. Get those perks, whether it's the free stuff for $50 orders or $100 orders or whatever, for being a hostess or for joining. If you're at all interested in joining, I'm happy to talk to anybody about it. It's really like kind of joining a club because you get a discount as long as you're active, and there's all kinds of fun perks to
being a demonstrator, great community of people. You meet all kinds of people, go to great Stampin' Up! Events, and there's no minimum period you can do it. There's no penalty for dropping. It's really just a great way to get a discount, and it's an amazing deal during celebration. So you have until the end of March to take advantage of that. And this won't be the only time I'm talking about it. I'm sure I'll mention it again. But that's pretty much it for today. And Happy New Year, everybody. And if you're coming in late, because I'm just about to end, definitely watch the replay and enjoy and have happy Valentine's Day. And I'm going to have more Valentine's stuff too before we get close. I mean, you kind of need to do it's early if you're going to buy stuff to make. So that's why I like to do it really soon. But anyway, hi from Sydney. That's so cool that you're from Australia. What time is it there? It's definitely maybe late. Is it late at night? Anyway, I'm not sure. Well, maybe you'll comment, but I'm going to finish up. You let us know, and let me know if you have questions about anything. And Happy New Year, and I love you guys. Have a great evening. Bye.